nobody realized the importance of the local history besides blind Boone. And the people that do know it, they don't know how to get it out there. And so it's important that I keep fighting it to make sure that there's some people, when I'm gone, can keep the heat on. That can make sure that things happen.
Organizer, activist, advocate, historian. Wynna Faye Tapp Elbert was a force. She left her mark on the community she loved through thousands of interactions with individuals who respected her, loved her, and looked up to her.
She knew everyone. Everyone loved her. She smiled everywhere she went. I guess she said that's your best asset, is your smile. It was inviting, and let people know that they could be comfortable with her and that she cared.
How important family was, and making sure that everyone stayed close and everyone was committed to being close and to spending time with each other. And she was always a model for that, a model of what it looked like to be a role model.
Family was very important to her. And another thing that stands out to me is just remembering respect. She was always big on respect. Just for an example, if we walked in the house, we spoke to everybody.
A native Colombian, she was born in 1944 and attended Douglas School. When she was still a teenager, she helped organize a sit-in at a local segregated diner. Though a single mother at a young age, she completed her bachelor's degree at Stevens College and a master's degree in community development at the University of Missouri. Faye, as her friends and family called her, worked for the Columbia Parks and Recreation Department for 30 years. But that was only one role she inhabited in those 3 decades of service to the community. During her many years at the Parks and Recreation Department, she developed and advocated for many programs, including the Career Awareness Related Experience. She also spent years studying local Black history. She did this specifically because she was so disappointed that the Black youth knew so little about their history. Faye introduced hundreds of young people to the stories and achievements of Anna Fisher, Henry Kirkland, Tom Bass, Ruth Wiggins, John Lang Sr., and more.
She grew up in a town where basically very little information about the contributions of African Americans were even acknowledged. And we're sitting in the blind Boone home, and she said, you know, the only Black person we know anything about in this town is blind Boone. Her creative endeavor was to try and do some documentation of the Black community from post-Civil War era as far into the new century as she could.
Her work created a collection that included 150 hours of videotaped interviews and masses of documents. Faye also created and hosted the radio program Straight Talk on KOPN, which ran for more than 20 years. The volunteer-driven public service program sought to discuss and sort out issues that were important to the community. That was an extraordinary type of community service in itself. Faye was recognized by the Missouri House of Representatives in 2004 for her many years of service. Her service and leadership positions included being a founding member of the John William Blind Boone Heritage Foundation, co-director of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Association and the Frederick Douglass Coalition. She was also a member of the Boone County Judicial and Law Enforcement Task Force and helped to create Silver and Gold, a group of Douglass High School alumni that met weekly to discuss topics important to the community. But perhaps more important than all the titles and achievements was Faye's commitment to the youth and their future. Wynna Faye Tapp Elbert was a pillar of the Black community in Columbia and was recognized by all Columbians as a passionate, determined, and tenacious public servant. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the Boone County Hall of Fame, Wynna Faye Tapp Elbert.
I've only been in this wheelchair a year, and I'm going to walk again. They don't know, but I am. I'm on dialysis, and I've developed this rare disease. The paper says fatal. Life is so short, and you know it. So I hope I make it. If I don't, y'all tell them I was trying.